Hi all, how you doing? Hope you're doing great wherever you are in the world. So I've just played against Peter Holland and got a stinker of a score in my opinion. I got 15 out of 25. You probably just watched it sort of an hour ago because I'm uploading this video purposely sort of an hour after that. Okay, just to go over this kind of one hand again. So before I started playing that game, I kind of mentioned at the very start of it that I wasn't playing that great and I wasn't kind of I wasn't playing great. Okay. And this board perfectly illustrates how badly I'm kind of playing. I mean, I got a certain element of it, right, I guess, but the play was just a stinker. Okay, so let's just have a look at this. I'm in three hearts, okay, and let's just go back. So the bidding, East opens a spade, I pass. Lefty bids a no trump. Partner passes, two clubs. So now I pass. And then partner balances and bids two hearts, and then East bids three clubs, okay, with their 5-5. And then I think for a while and then decide I'll bid three hearts because they're non-vulnerable. And I'm thinking, well, three clubs might go two off. Sorry, it might go two off. It might only go one off. Okay. And I could double it potentially. But even if I double it, there's a chance partner might take it out anyway. I'm not sure what the double here would mean after this auction. So anyway, we end up in three hearts, which, as you can see, can make 10 tricks, okay, and probably should make 10 tricks. So I'm out playing in three hearts. So let's have a look how it starts off. Okay, so ace of clubs lead, and then switch to 10 of spades. I go with the ace, I think correctly, just in case the 6-1. They play the jack. So it either looks like they've led away from queen 10-9. Oh, 10-9. So that means either lefty's got a singleton jack, or they've got queen jack, most likely. Okay, so as it turns out, East has got five spades and not six. Okay, so um, the point is, though, on this hand, is it's clear cut from the bidding that East has got at least five spades and five clubs because they wouldn't bid spades and then bid clubs twice with just a four-card club suit, in my opinion. Okay, they are non-vulnerable, so maybe they potentially they could maybe compete with a four-card suit, but unlikely. Okay, it looks like a five-card suit. So I've got that information. I then play a heart and the queen wins. So now I can see that East has played a heart. So it looks like five spades, five clubs, one heart. At most, East can have two diamonds. Now, when I played this out, I just didn't think about it at all. I just thought, well, East is most likely to have the king of diamonds. I'll run the jack of diamonds, pick up the king, and then I'll think about sort of the ten of diamonds and maybe take a finesse, which is what I did, and it lost. Okay, you saw me how if you watch the hand, you'll see how I played it out. But the point is here, you can work out that East can probably have at most two diamonds. Okay, it should be 5-1, 2-2, 5-1, 2-5, or 5-2, 1-5 shape. So it's unlikely that East has got a doubleton heart because they're probably less likely to bid clubs, okay, with say a doubleton heart because they've then got two losers, but they could still do that. But the bottom line is they've probably at most got two diamonds. So it's really, really clear cut to play a low diamond on this hand. But at this moment in time, mentally, I'm just not at it. I'm not at the bridge table, okay? I'm not thinking of these things. And this is just basic bridge, you know, build up a pattern of what your opposition can have. That is like kind of fundamentally as a declarer player, you've been given information of how the bidding's gone. You build up a picture. But for whatever reason, either I was too lazy and I was just sort of going through the motions, but mentally, I didn't even think about East shape at all. All I was thinking about is East is open a bidding, so going to have more points than left. That's about all that was going through my head. So I got the King of Diamonds on my right, okay, and that's it. And obviously, now that the King of Hearts is on my left and the Jack of Hearts is on my left, there's less room for West to have values, and also the fact that the it's a good chance they're going to have the Queen of Spades. I mean, there's not much chance they're going to have you know, Queen Jack of clubs or anything like that. So mentally, I'm just not there at the table. I'm just not thinking a basic bridge. Okay, that's what all it is here. It's just basic bridge. So I was thinking of a time when I was there, really there. Um, Actually, let me just go through this history first of all. So if I look on the history as well. So I feel like my game's gone down this week. I don't think I've been playing that well. Like Christoph, for instance, it was quite easy to get a 35 on that session. Okay, many people did and got 40 and stuff like that. So here it looks like I've done okay. I've got 25, but in reality, it wasn't a good session. I've got 15. I've got a 15. Okay, that Mark, I played solid against him. I can't remember Adam. I think I played another hand bad there. Samantha, I played a couple of hands where that was just really bad play again. Two bad declarer plays. Um, and here, you just look at my scores. I've got 5 scores less than 25, 4 15s in a row. It's not looking good. Okay. 5 against Quentin. That was okay because he kind of smashed everybody. So not upset with that one, really. The other scores, though, are solid. So clearly, in the past sort of 2 weeks, the past 10 days or whatever, not been great. But before that, sort of okay. Well, I guess more than okay. We've got a 10 here, but again, reasonable scores around the 25. We haven't got like loads of 15s. And here again, we've got 115 and everything else is 25 or 20 and above 30, 35. So last sort of 10 days or something like that, I feel like my bridge has gone downhill somewhat, and I'm just not thinking about it. I'm not here now. So then I think, when was I playing my best? Okay, and I remember playing in the President's Cup, and at this period in my bridge life, I was playing absolutely out of my skin. Okay, every single board, I was like almost playing card perfect, and in the President's Cup, I can remember it how well I played. I was like, I was sitting in my chair with my glass of water, and I was like really calm. And every single card I played, it was very methodical. I was in tempo, and I was just taking my time about the decisions. So the exact opposite of this hand that I just played out here. So here, if I was playing in the President's Cup, it would have taken a millisecond to to find the winning line here. um, because it's so easy, this hand, for, I'd say, an above average bridge player, okay, to sort of figure this out. It's not a massive problem, is it, really, for most people, I would say. Um, I mean, this is meat and drink, this hand, to a bridge player. But going back to when I played my best in his President's Cup, I played like however many hands it was. It felt like about 80 hands or something, and it was like an imp scoring pairs. And we finished third in the end because I was playing with somebody who played well at the start, but just tailed off. I think they were just feeling it. They couldn't maintain the momentum of what we are doing, But I was there. I was just like slugging away, and I was just playing out of my skin. I could feel it. It was almost a bit like an out of body experience, like Neo in the Matrix or something crazy like that, where you could just I just knew what was going on around me. I was being like a dummy. I was being a dummy, and I could spot, like, here you should be playing a 4-1 break, So I almost know exactly what every single card, after about 3 cards, I almost know what everyone's holding in the hand. That's the way I was sort of feeling. It's just an unbelievable feeling when you're playing sort of elite level bridge, and I felt like I was doing then. You almost feel you know what everyone's holding in the hand. Okay, that's how it was feeling to me anyway. It was an out of body experience, I guess. And yeah, so I could spot, like, these safety players as being a dummy and stuff like that. Because as a dummy, I'm never one to sort of sit back and just forget about the hands. Some people can do that. I can't do that. I've got to be, I'm focused on whatever's going on. I'm looking at everything. So straight after the hand, I saying, "Oh, apparently, you stuffed that up. You just had an obvious safety play there to pick up the 4-1. You could just give away a trick. You had ace king of whatever diamonds and 10-9-8 X of diamonds in dummy. You could have just won the first trick and then played a low diamond to make sure you're going to get three tricks, okay, and make your four hearts or whatever it was. Um, but yeah, so I was playing out my skin in the President's Cup. I think the eventual winners of that tournament was John Holland and Alan Mould, and so they're like top players, England players, and stuff. I can't remember who came second, but we came third in that, and we'd have probably won it if my partner didn't. If my partner played, just slightly below what I was playing, then we'd have easily won it. But it's very difficult to win these things actually, because sometimes you get given stuff and that kind of thing. You have to sometimes get given stuff to win things. But I was playing out of my skin. Okay, I mean, after that event, my NGS. So this is like a grading system in England. Whenever you win sort of matches, your grading kind of goes up. Okay, it's quite a complicated thing, but it's based on sort of like the last 150 to 1,000 boards you've been played. And when I finished playing that President's Cup, I think my rating was at the highest, okay, that it's ever been. I think it was 68.23. Now, if you look on the if you look on the scoreboard here, if I had a 68.23, that would put me like ninth. Okay. So that's ninth in the country. And this is like about 50,000 players are listed. So obviously, I was doing well. Ninth in the country out of like 50,000 is pretty darn good going. You can see some of the players on here, like Michael Byrne. Ollie Burgess has been doing pretty well. He's been pretty solid and playing right up there. But yeah, you got Mike Bell, Neil Rosen, plenty of big Peter Crouch. So you got some decent players up there. It is reflective of how well you're playing. So I was like, 68, as an ace of spades, 68.23 ranking. I was playing out my skin, best bridge I've ever played. And now I'm playing like I don't know, a rice pudding or something. I don't know. I don't know what the phrase is. I'm playing not very good. I'm playing terrible. Okay, in my opinion, hands like this just illustrate it. And it's just mentally, I'm just not there at the moment. Okay, and I don't know if I have to get things in my life sorted out. Okay, so maybe I've got worries which are taking up space instead of using that space to think about 5-5 breaks and things like that. So I've got normal everyday life, boring stuff to think about that's conflicting with my bridge thinking. Okay, so I don't know. I guess time will resolve it hopefully. But yeah, you go through these. I think I go through these spells where I'm just not on it. I think everybody does in bridge. It's very difficult to maintain top level, top tier bridge all the time. You just I just thought I'd discuss it anyway because I know it's an interesting topic. Well, I think it's an interesting topic anyway of how suddenly you can go from playing ace of spades to four of diamonds level kind of thing or whatever. Maybe not four of diamonds, but yeah. So let me know in the comments what you think. How do you get through these things? What do you do to get over bad periods of bridge? Let me know in the comments.